Husband, 28 meters, despise me, 27F, for not having son. We are married for 8 years with 2 lovely kids, 7F and 5F. I became a Psalm a year after our second one was born. From the day our second one was born, every time anyone have a baby boy in our acquaintance, he goes into depression for few days. Stop talking to 3 of us. But for past 1 year he shows extreme mood swings. Fight over non-issue. Like yesterday he fought over carrots in his lunch, which he claimed were spoiled. When I tried them in the evening they were all good. But he kept on telling me I waste food and then went on to call me freeloader. Because I don't earn now. And spendthrift, and ruined his life by ending his lineage. Thankfully my kids aren't smart enough to understand the last part. It went on for 45 minutes. All in front of our daughters, but his cribbing didn't stop and he followed me into the kitchen. And kept on cribbing. I got so pissed and told him to shut up. Which he found disrespecting. He usually doesn't like me disagreeing with him. It was dinner time, so I prepared dinner. Served the kids and kept it on table and went to bedroom and cried. He didn't eat, neither did I. And we are not talking. I know every man wants a son with whom he can do his boys things. But that doesn't mean life is over. It started with giving us silent treatment and then to screaming and shouting at me. Blaming me. I think he hates me. Soon it'll affect my kids when he'll curse them. My kids are my priority and I don't want them to feel unwanted any point. Edit. 1. We are Indian. 2. We both are highly educated and from science field, so pretty well knows about the chromosomes. Yet he blame it on pH value, acidic vaginal discharge. How to make him understand his behavior is outright wrong. And it'll end up in breaking our family? Do you dream of your daughters growing up with a father like this? And marrying a man like this? If it's more of a nightmare to you to imagine your daughters in your situation, you know what you have to do. He's really not the smartest. Eh? He's the reason you don't have a son. All eggs are X chromosomes. It's the sperm that is X or Y. It's well good fault, not yours. Just to clarify, not every man wants a son with whom to do boy things. I have 2 intelligent, amazing daughters and could not be happier. Any reasonable man just wants children to love and care for, no matter the sex. Lol has his tiny brain registered that it's on him, not you. Do yourself a favor and be done. What is the literal point of him? We have a daughter and my husband is thrilled with her. He is so proud of her, it's ridiculous. Your husband isn't worth caring about. Your daughters are. Protect your vulnerable children. Get help. Get your kids safe. He's scary and they shouldn't be exposed to his abuse. You married a misogynist, get out, or you are teaching your daughters this type of behavior is acceptable. My guess is that you're or married to an Indian. I could be wrong. We are both highly educated. Tears of joy, you definitely are. Him? pH discharge. Your kids are 7 and 5. You're fooling yourself if they haven't picked up that daddy is mad. Neither of them have a penis. They might not fully understand. But the idea that dad is mad he doesn't have a son is no doubt already hovering in their knowledge. Honestly, this has hit marriage counseling and solo for him to pull his head out of his ass. And if he can't, tough decisions on your part on how long you're going to sit there and let him damage his daughters for something they couldn't control. Op. Just because you think your girls are too young to actually understand what is being discussed does not mean that they did not see what happened. If you really love your children, as you say you do, then you will show them that they should not take abuse from anyone by leaving your abusive husband. My dad used to verbally and emotionally abuse my mom for years. So many times. I watched her cry in silence, skip meals, and just put up with mistreatment. It didn't stop with her either. He did the same thing to me. Leave. Don't just threaten it. Pack your things and leave without another word. There is no reasoning with people like that. Nor should you even try. His lineage. What does he have to pass on? How to be a man baby. Sounds like you have 3 children. Your daughters aren't going to feel very good about themselves if you let this guy talk his nonsense for another 10 years. You're better off on your own sometimes. He's becoming delusional. You have a cruel, immature idiot for a husband. He's book smart but lacks emotional intelligence, who has no empathy or love for his daughters. Because of him, your family is already broken. You should have found out before your marriage arrangements if he was going to be cruel if he didn't have a boy. He is picking fights on purpose to break up his family. Don't think he's not trying to make plans to have a boy somewhere else. I feel sorry for your children. In a couple of years they are going to pick up on the things he's saying. I hope you find peace. Tell him that it's his fault since his sperm is what determines the sex of the baby. Tell your husband that the baby's gender comes from his doer's SND, not your egg. Look it up. So it's his fault he doesn't have a boy. You have an abusive husband. The way he talks to you and name-calling is abuse. Please seek out help for your safety and the children's. He is going to start abusing them too. Sweetheart, he has already broken his family. You need to leave this abuse and go into therapy immediately. Have you heard the recent revelation that the egg chooses the best sperm? And it's not even a race, like it's been portrayed? Meaning the best ones were the girls and the boys were trash, which seems to match up to your husband there. This is a form of emotional abuse and I fear it will continue to escalate. Protect yourself. Suggest counseling and decide if this is how you want to live the rest of your life. Sounds like that's a him problem.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.